All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining us today. If you are just seeing this pop up on your news feed, or you like or follow Advertisemint, then make sure to share this with any friends. Tag someone that you know needs to learn more about Facebook advertising or Instagram advertising or any of that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, definitely share this if you can. For those of you that don't know, if this is the first time that you're here, we do a couple of updates in relation to Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, Snapchat advertising, so that you are always up to date on what some of the latest things are that are happening in the Facebook world. And then a lot of times if people have questions or comments about any of those topics or subjects or just Facebook advertising in general, I'll answer those questions here on the live stream. So if you have any questions that you've wanted to get answered or you haven't been able to find answers for, feel free to drop them in the comments below and we'll take care of them. My name is Meert. I'm the CEO of Advertisemint. Thank you guys for joining us. We're an agency that specializes 100% in Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat advertising. So cool. With that, let's get off to some of the updates. The first one is, how many of you want free marketing, right? Who doesn't want free marketing? Yeah, I want free people to come to my company or my website. If you have a retail location, and if you want to do this, one of the very best ways you can get traffic to come to your location is by offering free Wi-Fi, so that people can come, they can work from there on their laptops or cell phones. A lot of coffee shops do this. Well, what's happened is Facebook has now launched a new feature, and this allows anyone on Facebook with all their users, and this is worldwide, to be able to search for nearby hotspot locations or places where they could get access to Wi-Fi if they needed. So this is a huge deal because it's completely free. It costs absolutely nothing for companies to do this, and you can be able to get traffic from this no matter where you're at, as people are wanting to find a place to get access to Wi-Fi that's near them or around them. So here's kind of how it works. If you're a user, you go into the menu icon, which is on the far right when you're using Facebook on your mobile phone, and you choose, if you click that, you can go down, there's a bunch of options. There's now one called Find Wi-Fi. And when you select that, you have the ability to see all the Wi-Fi locations around you, wherever you're at. And you can go work from those places and get more work done. So anyway, that's super exciting. Now for businesses, if you have a retail location that offers Wi-Fi, what you need to do is you have to manually go and add your Wi-Fi hotspots. They won't just automatically show up on Facebook. Facebook is good, but they're not that good. You need to go and add your locations so that they are searchable. But that's something that you have the ability to do, and you should be doing. And if you haven't done, you need to go do it now, because you'll thank me later when tons of people come flooding into your office or your business to be able to use your Wi-Fi. So anyway, great tool, free to use. Everyone loves free marketing. That's my tip for the day. Go get it done. Number two, this is exciting. I know a lot of you are wondering who is, like, if the Oscars, we want to know who wins. The Olympics, we want to know who wins. Now when it comes to social media, I know you've always been wondering who really is the biggest social media network. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, because they just were able to do, someone just put out another report with all of them combined or compared, and here are the top 7 to 8 social media networks that are out there right now on planet Earth. So number one, I guess maybe we'll go up from 8 up to number 1. So number 8 is Snapchat with 255 million users. Snapchat continues to grow. They've got a lot of potential. They're doing awesome things with the young millennial audience. Number 7, Twitter with 328 million. So it's just, a little bit ahead of Snapchat. I'm not the biggest fan of Twitter, but I know there's tons of people that are, and they'll probably go and post me on Twitter being like, hey, look what Brian just said. But anyway, I just feel like it has a lot of noise, but it's still very, very strong, being number 7 in the world. Number 6 is Instagram with 700 million monthly users. that are coming to the site, and this number is continues to grow with Instagram. As they've copied a lot of Snapchat's features, it continues to just really become a powerhouse of a social media network. The fifth one is WeChat. And WeChat, I'd actually look it up. I've heard the name, but I've never used it. It's dominant in China as kind of a chat messaging service. So for all of our Chinese watchers out there, or people that are in China, hey, cool. You have to show me how it works sometime, or tell me if you like it, or how it compares with some of the other social media networks. But to some extent, I've never used it, but I should probably check that out and see how it works. Number 4 and number 3 were actually a two-way tie. Messenger was there with 1.2 billion monthly users, was tied with WhatsApp with 1.2 billion monthly users. And both of those are owned by Facebook. So these, again, two very popular social networking apps, or social media apps, and where people are communicating back and forth with each other. Number 2 is YouTube. Owned by Google with 1.5 billion monthly users. These are where you're getting into some big numbers. This is like 1/7 or 1/6 of planet Earth are using this platform. And then finally, Facebook. Drum roll. Facebook won first place with over 2 billion active monthly users. So almost 500 million more than the next leading social network, which was YouTube. So if you're not advertising on Facebook, you're crazy, simply because there are so many people using the platform all the time, and you have the ability to reach whatever people you want out of there based on your targeting, your parameters. So it's just something that it's not going away anytime soon. So you need to get on that. Next up, this is something I want to talk about today, and definitely get feedback from people who are watching, what your thoughts are. But I wanted to talk about fake news. And I know that fake news on Facebook specifically, fake news in general, seems like it's kind of come up a lot over the last couple months since the U.S. election. I know there were terms thrown around quite a bit in terms of fake news, like, well, that's not really a credible source, or that company's fake news. And it just, I don't know, like, I want to know what you think. Like, is fake news a real problem? Is fake news just, if it's someone that you don't like what they're saying, you're like, ha, you're fake news. It's just like a hard argument to come over the top of. You can just point the finger to anyone you want and be like, you're fake news, and you're fake news, and you're fake news. So I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions on kind of how this happens, or if you think it's a real problem, and how you think would be a possible solution for it. So what's interesting is that Facebook has recently started a program that they're working with 6 newsrooms, and that number is expected to grow to another 6, to help combat fake news, or at least to add more credibility to news sources at where they get their information. And I think one of the big problems is information moves so quickly, and a lot of people see just the headline and instantly share it, or will be like, oh my goodness, baby bat boy has gone and is trying to fight the president of the United States, right? Like, those type of things even if they're not credible at all, if someone shares it, it's getting out there on Facebook, and Facebook is kind of the system that a lot of this news is getting spread by. So what they've done is they've worked with these newsrooms, and they've done a couple of things. One is to create improved tools to help credible sources get more subscribers. So I mean, in the past, they're trying to create good news. They're trying to create credible news sources and actually writing articles, taking the time to fact check. Whereas other people are like, hey, let's just put anything out there and we'll get people to sign up for it. And so some of these people that maybe were putting out news that wasn't accurate are able to grow their subscriber bases very rapidly, because a lot of the news is sensationalized or has clickbaity type headlines. So what happens is Facebook is now working with these newsrooms to say, we want to help you get more subscribers for quality articles. And that's actually a really big deal that Facebook's taking a step to do that. The next step that they're doing is better communication between users and local newsrooms, to where they have the ability now to actually, they're creating new tools to allow this process to be more streamlined, so that local newsrooms can get credible sources from people that may be there, that were there, and be able to do that quicker and faster than their current methods available. And to be able to validate sources, hear what different people are saying, to be able to get an actual true account of, you know, an event or a statement that happened. The third thing that they have that they're looking to be able to put more into is publishing via instant articles. So this is Facebook's big push to be able to get publishers to give more of their content on Facebook, which means Facebook becomes more valuable, more people are on Facebook, they're able to show more ads onto Facebook. But what they've done is they've started to add additional tools to instant articles for publishers that allow them to be able to go back, have more controls, generate more revenue from the work that they're doing, and be able to get more subscribers out of that. So anyway, when it comes to fake news, Facebook is on the rise. They're trying to push to actively combat it, and those are some of the things that they've done recently to be able to help, you know, step it up in a better direction. But yeah, still, I want to know what you guys think about that. Am I crazy? The truth is, I think fake news happens because of people like you and me that see something and just share it really quick without actually being like, wait a minute, this guy's not going to wire me $42 million be out of Africa because he's the chieftain. No, so those type of things, I think, you know, just simply deleting them or reporting them as spam is a way to be able to stop it. So be careful about what you share. That's my take on fake news. And lastly, this is the last update for today. And I don't know if you guys have heard about this or not, but are you ready for like a real life Easter all the time on planet Earth with the friends that you know and love? I mean, would that sound like fun or not? Not Facebook, Snapchat has recently acquired a new augmented reality startup called Drop. And this is kind of exciting because they were basically looking to be able to get their messenger patent or location-based messaging patent that Drop had acquired. And what this allows people to do is they could pin a photo or a message to a location on a map, and then any of their followers would be notified when they get close to that area and could be able to see what the message was. So what this means is you could like put a little message at your friend's house when they're at school, and when they get home, bloop, it would pop up. And you could have different messages. So you could leave funny little messages all around in different locations, at school, at work, at your home, at the mall. And if any of your friends happen to get into those areas, they would be able to basically unlock that secret message and be able to see what it was that you left for them. So I just think that actually sounds like a lot of fun. And I don't know, I think that would be a really cool thing to be able to play with and leave little secret, almost like Easter eggs for your friends and family and your followers. So anyway, so we'll see what happens with that. That was recently acquired by Snapchat because there is intellectual property behind it. This may not necessarily be something that Instagram can copy. But on the flip side, Facebook and Instagram have tons of money, tons of lawyers, so who knows? We'll see what happens with this. And if this is a feature that Instagram does look to copy and bring over, but it'll be exciting to see kind of what happens. So tell me your thoughts if you think that's something that would be valuable or not. And yeah, that's kind of it for my updates today. I'm gonna take a look, see if there's any questions. Laura, joining us from Ireland. Cool. I just wanted to give you a shout out. Let's see who else. Got some people on YouTube that are watching as well. So anyway, I guess that's it for today, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day, and we will see you next time we go live. Bye.